back. We are still in the catacombs. We gotta work our way all the way around to that other exit. So I didn't really have much to talk about last time, it seems, but I did mention at some point I wanted to show off some of these capabilities. If you hit F12, you can bring up a command line. And if you type in this here, I'm a real weenie, and hit enter, then that activates the ability to input other codes, such as enemies. This combination allows you to see every single enemy's health. Making it easier to tell when enemies are going to attack you or what their actual health value is. Now, it doesn't work on bosses because all this really does is put up a permanent version of this, of the Achilles heel or observability. So, simple enough. Another one we can type in. Sight. What's with these lines over here? Well, you were wondering. Well, those are sight lines. This code actually shows you where enemy line of sight and detection is located. Means that as we approach where an enemy is, we can see that they're tracking our general position and angle. And if we run into this green line, it'll trigger the enemies to notice us and attack. However, if we don't want to bother with attacking, we can just hold down Control and F3. And everything dies. Back before the game received a patch in 2003, that was essentially required as a way of getting past a specific boss, the lava boss we fought way back in, like, I don't know, something around, like, part 15 or something. Like, it was a good long time ago. That boss could crash the game to desktop, and the easiest way to deal with that and prevent it from being an issue was to immediately hit Control F3 the moment you started a fight, by typing in that code ahead of time. Ooh, Ghost Horn. Nifty. You can see where that ambush is located. New bridge. Okay, so I'm now blocked off from those other areas, but I can head south and go around to reach the ramp again. Which is what I'm going to have to do, obviously. Thanks to the presence of these lines, I can tell that this fight is almost certainly mandatory. Nope. No, I can loop around from the bottom. You would almost certainly walk into the ambush without being able to see where the enemies are located. I don't know if there's anything down in that corner. I can check my map. But there is another option I have. I hit the console command and type in ghost. Actually, I think I need to type it in with something else. There's a second set of codes that are less cheat codes and more developer tools kind of turned into codes. WT dash EGIOB. Now, with that active, should be able to say ghost. And now, not sure what that does exactly, but we can now move the map without actually moving our characters. This is kind of slow, but it is an interesting thing that we're able to do with this code. Type it in again to cancel it. Now, there are a few other codes that you can put in here. Layer? Yeah, this shows a map with some really weird specific lines and information from, like, the game's debug system. I don't really think this is all that important. So we can cancel it out by just typing the map thing. Show off vampire. No idea why it does that, but it just shows some icons on the map. What's interesting is the only one of these icons I don't recognize in any capacity is that one that kind of looks like the bottom of a boot. Not really sure what that is for, what that does, anything like that. Make an extra save over grab. Because there's a couple other things I want to show off, and one of them I absolutely cannot actually keep it. Let's load crab, and, well, these are still active. In order to get rid of this cheat, I think we either have to close the game, or, you know, undo this entirely. There is another code in here where if you type in the word gimme, G-I-M-M-E, in the command line, it gives you 50 of every single item in the game. Usable items, key items, armor, weapons, core, apparently even the fate cards. This is not good. It breaks the game significantly enough that you cannot really finish the game. So, yeah. And then there's also a code that says developer, which goes into debug. We're not going to worry about that at all. Instead, we are going to Actually, I don't know if that turns it off or not, but... Sight... Toggle that off. And... Toggle that off. So... Now we can't hit Command F3, or Control F3 for the rest of this playthrough session, but that's not really an issue in and of itself. So yeah, those are the game's cheats that are available. I mean, there are a few others, apparently. For instance, that gives us an FPS counter. Which, I mean, we weren't exactly desperate for FPS information, obviously, but, you know, we've got it now if we want it. And the last really notable cheat that I can point to, is this one. Which takes away the ability for enemies to start battle with you. So you don't have to even dodge things. You can just run around and do whatever. You'll be able to run past ambushes, enemies. This one's a much bigger time saver than Control F3, since you can just make it so that nothing can actually hit you. Or can actually attack you at all. Obviously, this set of cheats will just completely and utterly wreck the game, so... We're gonna turn them back off. And we'll just go ahead and use our actual spells instead. I mean, why bother with cheats when you can just summon the devil to kill your enemies? Also, with one of the codes we entered earlier, that WTF one, apparently if we do this, we just get experience points for free. I'm wondering if I could turn that thing off. Nope, that's just on until we reload the game. Alright, well, oops. So there should probably be a switch. No, well, actually, no, there is a switch. What do you know? So there we go. That demonstrates the different cheats that are available in the game. This takes away from the game's actual functional difficulty, but it doesn't entirely ruin the experience for the simple fact that Septerra Core is really really significantly more about the story than it is the combat or anything like that. Okay, let's see what's over here. Another switch. Oh, I guess that'll be important later. Gotta make our way over there, obviously. Simple enough. Go up this ramp across the way, and we'll make our way down the other ramp. And probably hazard a guess as to the idea of why these cheats would be useful, considering how long the end of the game is at this point. I'm just tossing these elixirs out there like they're grenades at this point, and they're really expensive items to use for the most part, but it just isn't worth actually taking time to fight these guys at this point, so... May as well. I've got the cash. Gotten more than enough gold at this point in the game. Alright, so somewhere down here is definitely a switch I need to hit to get to the next area. It's probably to the left, but let's take a look over here first. Box. An elixir. Okay, cool. Another box. Sadly, there are no mimics in this game, which would be pretty funny. Huh. Switch actually was in this direction. Oh, what do you know? Another door open. Ah, I see. I need to get back to the beginning area, and then I'll be able to go through those doors. Means I might have to activate another switch to... not worry about where we need to go and what we need to hit later. Gotta check that other route first. Could be something that way. Be something nice. Save me some money at the shop afterward, picking up healing items. Or it could open that door. And it opens that door. Okay. Cool. Come on. Come on. that go? Of course. Hey, where'd he go? Oh, right there. Thanks a bunch. That is episode 23. There must be some reason to come in here. Box. What's in this box? Oh! 2 fate cards we didn't have yet. Curse, which we could use Mirror and Bless to emulate it, but now we can just use the Curse card. It's a debuff that, well, just decreases enemy stats. And Vampire, which is a spell that drains health. That's it. It's that when you see that weird attack that has all the enemies like sucking the hearts out of a character. That's a vampire. That's what that is. Okay, so we head back. We hit this switch. Follow the route up top. After all the bridges change position again. Our way up through here. Thankfully avoid that enemy. This is where we need to go. And head through the doors. Work our way up this ramp. And work our way over to this other side where the exit is located. Nope, nothing up there. Ghost Rhino. Yeah, Vampire or Health Drain doesn't actually work on these things because they're undead. So just gonna blast everything. Oh, 136 frames a second. Yeah, the frame counter's a little not the best, but eh. Hey, that looks familiar. One last bomb for one last wall.
Haha, I love it.
Finally. Make our way out of here. Worked our way through these long catacombs. I mean, that rhino's a ghost. It should probably get hurt by... Yeah, okay. Just wanted to be sure. Welcome to the remains of the capital city of Jinam. A control lab, a research lab, and a main lab. Just gonna go ahead and take a quick look to see which one I need to go to first. Control lab, then research lab, then main lab. Need to pick up keys from each of the labs in order to reach the next one, so we gotta start with the control lab since it has the key we need to get into the research lab. So essentially go left to right, which is the same thing, I think. I can't remember if that was exactly the same thing we did in the Chosen Capital, but it works. She hits that hard enough, which means we can combine her and Aram together to use lightning on all those. Oh boy. That is a loud ambient noise. Lab actually seems surprisingly straightforward, all things considered. Oh, the switch. Undead. More of them. The ground is rumbling too. Cyborg's still in here. I guess even they wouldn't have survived the gravitational shift. A refrigerator? Huh. Oh, that one didn't have any bread in it, unfortunately. I assume. Actually, with how long it would have been sitting here, the chance this place might not have... That refrigerator might not actually have power, I mean... Might not be safe. Oh boy. I think we might need fire for these guys. Yeah, I don't think lightning would have done it. In fact, lightning literally didn't do it over here. Oh no, everybody's poisoned. Everyone's fine now. Nothing in the wash bucket. Okay, so we need to get over to the left side of the facility.
It's locked.
If I can work my way down this way, I might be able to get to those rooms in there. Oh, there are still some Jinam cyborgs that are alive. Huh. Man, can you imagine if we removed their control chips? And Grub down here doing that? Like, can you imagine the abject horror that would immediately flood their mind? It'd be cruel. Horribly, hilariously cruel. I mean, it wouldn't actually be funny. Like, if that was well acted, I think I'd probably have a serious negative emotional reaction. That would be rough. That would be genuinely pretty rough. I mean, it's kind of interesting how much body horror exists in this game. Like, the Chosen armor is all stuff that's grown on their bodies. The Jinam soldiers are brains inside of robots. The biggest example, I would say, might be, thinking on it. I think the biggest example, obviously, is the Watchers. Like, what's it really like to become part of some collective consciousness, but to also know exactly who you used to be, and to know you don't have that life anymore, and everyone else that you know is going to basically cease to exist at some point? You're just kind of left with that, like... I don't know, it kind of feels pretty terrifying. Like a really awful outcome. Feel bad for Layla. Sure hope it doesn't happen to anybody else in the story. Foreshadowing is a literary device. And all these corpses. Ooh, button. So many bodies. Just truly tragic. Excuse me. Oh. at this guy here. Oh boy. Totally forgot to check this room. Not sure if there's anything in here other than a guy's legs and no rest of his body. Oh my god. Wow, they did not hold back. Oh man, I think we have to increase our G. I think we have to get rid of our G rating. Is fire particularly effective against zombies? Not that effective, but find some rockets and actually I probably could have just used a potion at that point, but so, you think we'll have to loot a corpse in this lab, or will it be the next lab we have to do that? I'm sure somewhere around here we're going to have to loot a corpse. It just kind of feels right. Slash wrong, or I guess the right kind of wrong would be a way of putting it at this point. It's not like we haven't looted corpses, they just haven't been this fresh looking. We stole a bunch from the people in the graves earlier, it's just, you know. The point I made earlier about fresh looking. Actually, I've already been in this room, so. Please stay out of the way. I think, was this door opened? Okay, yeah, this door was opened. Alright, well, so it was in this building. And funny enough, that's actually an accessory we really wanted, because I think that's the upgrade to the power token that we've been having equipped on Grub this whole time. So now we have way more power for our spells when he's in the party, or whenever we equip to somebody in the party. That was actually a pretty good find. If I knew I'd be dealing with so many of these guys, I probably would have paid more money for elixirs instead of soulstones. But nothing in this refrigerator either, I suppose. Another Jinam cyborg. Oh, there's something on this table. I haven't seen that palm icon actually, like, or that hand icon actually, like, shift from open to closed. That was kind of interesting. Okay, so if we go to the right. Get in here. Assuming it's that it's either the big room in the middle or it's the room on the left. Let's try the one in the middle. Nothing in that open supply closet. Egg. Let's use the elixir first. I can't heal an enemy over their maximum health. That bug would have been healed, but we would have killed it afterward. Ooh, a barrel. Probably an actual necessary item in here. Yep, that's the red lab key we need for the next area, so... now we just gotta make our way out of here. But I gotta see what's in this room over here, if there's anything. I mean, it's just... you get it. Yeah, that doesn't really feel like it was worth it. Save me, Lucifer! Alright, time to work our way back to the entrance. Got the item we need, now we'll head to the next laboratory. Yep, that is the way through. Technically, this way should also lead us through. I don't think we've actually gone in this room yet. I mean, we opened it earlier. Okay. There was one more cyborg down this hallway, so just be careful not to run into him. Alright, we should be able to safely leave the building without any more encounters. Well, I don't know if we checked this room yet. Yeah, we definitely didn't check this room yet. I'd have gotten caught by that for sure. Honestly, summoning Gemma and Marduk aren't that much less expensive than Big Bang or Black Hole. Although among the summons, this is one of the shorter ones. And this mop bucket has something in it. Smelling salts. Alright, that should be everything in here. If it's not, well, I'm sure I didn't miss anything all that important in this building. I know there's some really important items in some of these buildings. But you know, not all of them. Alright, we are done with the control lab. Now we have the research lab and the main lab. The research lab is first. That's an arm, I think. Pretty sure that's just somebody's arm. And there we go. Lightning. This desk has something on it. A potion. We only have one key item, though. How are we going to open all these doors? The answer is that you can use it on any of these terminals and it'll open all of the red doors in the facility. Which is pretty handy, because otherwise we would have definitely lost a key item with no idea of how to get another one or open the other doors, so... blast everyone with Marduk this time. Yeah, just to switch it up a little. Nothing in those suits there. Nothing in the boxes. It was just a fight. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. A lot of rooms in here that are still closed off. Gonna go ahead and reach across here, and there we go. Darn it, they caught me. Take care of these guys at level 2 here. That's kind of impressive. The members of the Holy Guard that have died have been more significantly useful than any of the living ones except Corgan. Kind of a weird coincidence there. Oh, there's a switch. So if it literally just turned left and when I went in the door... of course. Okay, clearly I have to get into that core area there. I gotta find the switches that open the doors to get in. That's where the next key would be located. It's likely on the opposite side. Let's go across here. Animal cages, and also a robot cage for some reason. 2 robot cages. Swing. Well, that is an enemy type I wasn't expecting to see. Oh, that one was sitting on top of half a guy's body. There's a mechanism working in here. There's the switch. Just as I thought, it was in this lab. We'll open each of these doors, probably. And so we can reach the center area now. We've pierced the hard candy shell and can now reach the delicious, soft center of this research lab. Wow, that thing can hop. Easy victory. Alright, into the center. to the center. Check north first. Robots! Robots that are easily overloaded with lightning magic. Excellent. Grab probably the key from the box. I presume what this does is force us to move a very specific way to make our way out of here. And it frees all these enemies. Well then. Well, that slightly complicates our current situation. I see. Many new areas to explore. Don't necessarily think there's anything useful in there, but we'll take a look anyway. Go ahead and fight these three, just like last time. Lightning, all. Nothing. Of course. So, either way is fine. Actually, no, I have to go out, not the way I came in, but the other route. Okay. I was kind of planning to go this way anyway, since I never actually checked this room earlier. So, you know, that works out. Guess there was nothing in here. Okay. Huh. Okay. Jeez, so many body parts all over the place. I'm not sure, but I think their line of sight was only pointed forward. They can't actually detect us because we're behind where the game has their line of sight set. elixir, useful. Very nice to get that. Cyborgs. Guess there's really nothing in here. Actually, oh, those guys can notice when I'm leaving, but they couldn't notice when I was going in. Okay, well... that guy just doesn't have a sight line. Yeah, the indicators for where these guys are supposed to attack you are just positioned really, really weirdly. Why would you open this little room if there's literally nothing in it? I can see the corpses through the wall. You didn't need to open the room for me to be able to tell where they were. South. Generators are. Oh! Neat. I'm wondering if that adjusted their targeting, or if it just made it so that they could notice me or something. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn that off. I was curious as to why those guys didn't notice me walking up behind them, and it's because their detection sight was just really wonky for some reason. And that is all we're going to do for this episode. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.